Today is all about verb tenses, okay? So today we're going to be looking at present perfect versus simple past. Okay, what's the difference between the two? We're also going to be looking at present perfect progressive and the difference between the present perfect and how to use it in context. And we're also going to look at past perfect versus past perfect progressive. And again, a lot of this is review for you guys, but I think the hard part is when it's in a conversation, right? And you're trying to figure out all the different times and everything. So we just need to learn a few basic rules. Everybody go to page 10. We're on page 10 and we're looking at the present perfect versus the simple past. Okay? First of all, let's talk about a few rules. Let's look at the present perfect first of all and notice one thing that's true about it, okay? Notice on the timeline you have the first event starting in the past, but we don't know when it started, okay? It's a mystery. It doesn't really matter. That's what the tense does. No specific mention of time in the past, okay? And you see the little question mark. But it's true up till the present, isn't it? So something started in the past, we don't know when maybe, and it's true right now. So look at A, the example they gave us. And let's see, Aklam, will you read A on page 10? I've met
Linda, but I haven't met her husband.
Good.
Have you met them?
Good. But I haven't met her husband. And then they give you a new sentence. Have a question, right? Have you met them? Good. So, first of all, missing T. What's the verb in this right here?
Have met.
Have met. Okay, good. So have met. And which one is it?
Present.
It's present perfect. I have met. I always like to put it on. I don't know. I haven't met Linda. So really, listen, the thing that's in the perfect tense happens first in a sentence if you have more than one verb. So, haven't met. Linda. And then they start a new sentence. It's a compound sentence, but I haven't met her husband. So I haven't met either of them. We don't know when. It's just sometime in the past, it's never happened. Never met Linda, never met her husband. Okay? Up till right now, as we're speaking, I'm telling you this, right? Have you met them? Really, so really, you got three things going on here, right? I mean, they're all. What tense is this, by the way?
That's perfect.
Remember, question, word order. You've got verb, subject, verb, but you still got to look at this, right?
Yeah.
What tense is that? Have met.
Present perfect.
It's present perfect still. So I'm asking a question. See, I've never met them in the past at any time up till now. Now I'm asking you. Have you ever met? Have you ever met them? So it's the same thing going on. I just put it in question form. So I have three different things going on. I've never met Linda. I have never met her husband. Have you ever met her husband? And they're all present perfect. And the truth is, that question is open-ended. It means at any time in the past, have you ever met them? See what I'm saying? I didn't say when in the past. I don't. It doesn't matter, because I just want to know at any time. Are you okay? All right. Now, look at the simple past. The simple past is the opposite. A specific mention of time. So you might say something like yesterday, and you just keep it in the simple past. So if you want to mention something that started and ended in the past at a specific time, just use simple past. Ali, read B. just say, I'm going to write the whole thing, but just the first part. I met Helen yesterday at the park. Listen, it happened yesterday, right? So it's a specific time. And it started and ended. You meet them and then you leave, right? So it's specific and it's yesterday in the past. And then the second part says her husband was there too. So when I met her at the park yesterday, her husband was, what tense is that? Was. Simple past. He was there too when I met her. But I didn't meet him. Did you? Wait a minute. Yesterday at the park. Her husband was there too, but I didn't. Okay, so maybe he's playing with the kids further away or something and you didn't get to meet him, right? But I didn't meet him. What tense is that? Didn't meet. Simple past. Okay. Again, we're still specific. See, that first sentence, I met Helen yesterday, it applies to everything underneath. You with me? So, that yesterday, that specific time, it's referring to meeting Helen, not meeting the husband. I didn't meet the husband either at the same time, right? And then I ask you the question, did you meet them at the park? Really, I mean yesterday. See, the yesterday applies to everything there. It comes underneath it. So it's all about a specific time. What tense did I use? For everything. Simple past. Are you okay? All right. So that's what that's all about. Simple past for specific mention of time. Present perfect, no specific mention of time. And remember, you're still in the past because that's what present perfect is. Something happened in the past. I don't know when. And it's still true up to this conversation. Okay? Alright, now look at, there are two other ways that these tenses can be used. Look at C for a minute. And let's see, will you read C for us?
Son has been a teacher for 10 years. He loves teaching.
Nice, okay. It says, Sam has been a teacher for how many years? 10 years. Wow. 10 years. He loves teaching. Alright, so where's the verb in the sentence right here? What tense is that? Good. It's present perfect. So we're looking at this one. Now, I just said a second ago, present perfect, no specific time in the past, right? What's interesting is, though, do you guys notice something they added to talk about, like when it started in the past?
Yeah, starting 10 years ago.
You see this word?
Yeah.
What they're teaching you is you can use the preposition for, and then you can mention a period of time. So now I know. So it would look like this, wouldn't it? Remember, I'm having the conversation now with you, and I'm telling you, Sam, he started teaching how many years ago?
10 years.
So I know that this now is 10 years. Okay? So it is possible, you'll notice, it is possible to mention a specific time frame or duration with the present perfect if you use this little word for plus the time. Okay? Notice what it says here. It says the present perfect. Will you read that? The present perfect.
The present perfect is used for situations that begin in the past and continue to the present.
Yep. So it began in the past, continues to the present. And you can even define the length of time if you use for plus the time period. So I could say, Sam has been a teacher for 1 year. Sam has been a teacher for 10 minutes. That would not be good. Okay, what tense is this, by the way? He loves,
Present.
he loves teaching. See, simple present looks like this, doesn't it? It's just a statement of truth. So the whole time he's been teaching, even now and probably into the future, he still loves teaching. He's always going to love teaching. Okay. All right, look at D. Would you read D for me?
Yeah. Jim was a teacher for 10 years, from 1995 to 25. Now he's a salesman.
Ooh, okay. This is cool. Now we're back to the simple past. Jim was a teacher for 10 years. Comma, from 1995 to 2005. Period. Now, he is a salesman. Alright, so let's look at the verb tenses real quick. What's the verb up here? What tense is this? Just past tense, isn't it? Do you notice this again? Yeah, for 10 years. Ooh, I could do that with a simple past too. Now look down here. Now he is, what tense is that? It's just a present, isn't it? So, listen, on a timeline, here's the difference. He was a teacher for 10 years. And then I put, you notice this right here? From 1995.
It's finished.
Yeah, it's finished. 1995 to 2005 is this time period. It started and it ended. Yeah? And if today is 2015, listen, it doesn't say anything about up till now. He may not even... He's now a salesman. So at some point between 5 and 15, he quit teaching. And now he's a salesman. So that's the difference between the simple past and the present perfect. Remember the last example, when we were looking up here, he taught for 10 years. It meant he started 10 years ago and he's still teaching. Are you seeing the difference? Yeah? So present perfect, this is past, right? The present perfect that we just looked at a second ago looked like that. Yeah? You okay? Alright. So, present perfect started in the past and it continues up till now and is probably still going on. Whereas simple past, it stopped in the past. It can even be a 10-year period. But it may or may not be true right now. Okay, and in this situation it's not. You'll notice he is now a salesman.
Okay. And I can say only Jean was a teacher for 10 years. If I can say only this, the idea is he is not a teacher more. But like, or
right.
no,
It leaves in question if you use if that's all you said, Jim was a teacher for 10 years.
Yeah.
I have no idea if he's still a teacher or how long, in the past, how long ago it was for 10 years.
Yeah.
If you don't put this,
Yeah.
then I have no idea when the 10-year period happened. All I know is he taught 10 years in the past, but I don't know when.
Okay, but it's correct.
Yeah.
Or no?
You
Okay.
can do it.
Okay.
Just understand what you're communicating and not communicating.
Okay.
Yeah. So if it's just a 10-year period and you don't care when in the past, it's just about the fact that he taught for 10 years, use simple past. If he's still a teacher and he started 10 years ago and he's still teaching today, then I use what tense? Present perfect. Hey, let's turn the page. And let's try the homework. Hey, who feels... listen, it's actually good to be the teacher. Would one of you like to come up and lead the class? Here's why it's good. You don't need to know the answers. You can call on other people. Would anybody like to lead the class through the homework? And we'll talk through it. Okay, we'll talk through it. Ali, you want to give it a shot?
Yeah.
You want to lead? Come on up here. Come on up here and just call on people. And let's see. Let's write the answers on the board while we do it. Can I encourage you guys to, when you get a really tricky, like lots of different things going on at the same time, draw a timeline, okay? And it'll help you find the right tense. All right. I'll let you talk and I'll write up here.
Okay.
Sound good?
You need to let people see.
Yeah, let them do it.
Okay, I will do the first one.
Sure, sure.
Interviewer, how long have you been married? Woman, we got married in 2009, so we have been married for just a few years. Is that good? Yeah.
Good job.
And have been.
God have been correct. Okay, you are. Let's go there.
Interview, and when did you have your first child? Woman, well, I became mother pretty quickly. We had Stephen 10 months after we were married.
Yeah, you guys like that?
Yeah.
We had.
We had
We had. You say we had?
Stephanie,
Yeah.
10 months ago, and
After we...
we were
Good.
married.
Excellent.
After we were, I said have been.
So let's take a look. It starts with 5. Well, I became a mother, right? Pretty quickly. What tense is that? Simple past. We had Stephanie 10 months after we... So again, we had Stephanie. That, what tense is that? Simple past. After we... And listen, you get married at one time in the past, right? It happens, a ceremony, it happens, and then, yeah, so after we were, 10 months after we were married.
The next one I think is the tricky one. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You go ahead and do it.
What? No. No, no. No.
Nothing's wrong. You want to do 8? You want to do 8 and 9?
What?
You want to do the next one?
Okay. You say this isn't your first marriage. How long did your first marriage last?
Good. Again, a question, right?
How long did your first marriage last?
Yep.
If I will can we say how long have you first marriage last?
Yeah.
How long have your first marriage last? You can't, because you need question word order, and we need simple past, not the past perfect.
Because her first marriage, it's done. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so simple past.
That's simple
Her
past.
first marriage
Started, ended in the past.
started and ends in the past.
Yep, you got it. So how long did your first marriage last? Go ahead, teacher. Call on someone to do the next one.
You continue. Continue the
Oh yeah,
sentence.
and the woman about 2 years. We divorced in 2006.
Good.
Okay, Zainab.
Did the two of you have any kids? No, we didn't.
Good.
No, we didn't.
Good. Good. Everybody okay so far? Okay?